Dear student, so today class I am going to solve the problems on the moment of inertia to find the moment of inertia in the horizontal axis. So let us consider the horizontal axis. So this one it will be a reference line and another reference line we will take y and x is the reference line, or sometimes you can take this is 1 it will be a reference line in the horizontal axis and 2 it will be reference line in the vertical axis. So in that way we can represent the reference lines, and also along the horizontal axis. So you need to calculate the moment of inertia along the horizontal axis, that is x. You can represent like this. Okay, so first let us represent the numbering of the given elements. So they have just given the different composite sections. So just represent the different area. So this is the section 1 and section 2, section 3. Some cases it will be represent with a hatching lines, and now it is an plane where first you need to prepare a table. So that includes the moment of inertia also. So in the earlier cases we have did to calculate the centroid and center of gravity. So there is a first column like components and their area, and it is the distance from their reference line which you are going to calculate, and the moment of inertia from the reference line, then area into y square, and this is the moment of inertia for the particular section. Okay, so we have three sections. One, it represent a rectangle having 20 into 30, another a triangle having base is 10 and height is 30, and another semicircle with a radius of 10 millimeter. Okay, so first component it will be a rectangle. So you can write it is an rectangle, that is section 1, and their area. What will be the equation for area? It is BD cube by 12. So I will write here whatever the value which will be BD cube by, area of the rectangle, it is just B into D. So now you can calculate B is 20 and D is 30. Okay, so B into D, so that is 600 millimeter square. It will be in millimeter square. Area of the rectangle 600 millimeter square, 20 into 30, and it is the distance from the reference line. Okay, so before all this calculation, why I have taken 1 dash, only 1 because you need to calculate the moment of inertia in the horizontal axis. It means you need to calculate only the vertical axis values, that is y1 or it may be y bar, anything, all represent y axis. Okay, no need of calculation of x bar value. We need to calculate the y bar first. Okay, and you need to calculate the moment of inertia along the reference line horizontal axis, and also the moment of inertia along the reference line x. Okay, so these three value you have to calculate in this problem. So it is the distance from reference line 1. So for the element 1, this is the element 1. So let us assume here you will have the CZ, and for this let us assume the CZ will be here, and for this will be CZ, center of gravity for a different elements. So now distance from 1 to 1 for the element 1. Okay, from this reference line, from the reference line 1 to 1. So what will be this distance? So that will be h by 2, total height divided by 2, means 30 by 2. 30 by 2, it is 15 millimeter. Okay, so now this fourth column, it will represent the moment of inertia about the reference line into AY. So A into y. So this will be area and this is a y distance. So A into y. So 15 into 6000. So 9000 you will obtain. And again ay square. So y square is nothing but 15 square into area is 600. Then it is 1,35,000. Ay square. And the last column, it is the moment of inertia for the element 1, that is B d cube by 12. Okay, so B is the width and D is the depth. So B 20, D is 30 cube divided by 12. B d cube by 12. So 20 into 30 power of 3 divided by 12. So 45,000 we obtained. 45,000 is the moment of inertia for element 1 or segment 1. Similarly, we will go for calculating the second segment. What will be the second one? It is a triangle. It is a triangle element 2 and their area it will be 1 by 2 into BH, half BH. So half BH. B is the width and H is the height. So width is 10, height is 30 divided by 2. So it is 150. Okay, so 150 is the area for element 2. Similarly, the distance from the reference line. Okay, so where will be the reference line? Again, this will be 1 will be the reference line. From here to this is the distance. This is y2, this will be y1, this is y2. So what will be the y2 distance from the reference line? That is h by 3. So what will be the total height of this rectangle? That is 30 divided by 3, then you will get the y2 distance. So 30 divided by 3, then that is 10 millimeter, right? Then moment of inertia about the reference line, that is ay. So a into y. So 150 into 10. So it is 1500. Okay, and ay square. Y square is nothing but 10 square. So 10 square into area 150. So we obtain 15,000. Then moment of inertia. Moment of inertia, it will be for a triangle element B h cube by 36. Moment of inertia for triangle element B, again it is 10, h is 30. If you are taking the horizontal axis, divided by 36. B h cube by 36. So 10 into 30 cube, 10 into 30 cube divided by 36. So it is 7,500. So moment of inertia, it will be 7,500 millimeter power of 4. 7,500. Okay, then you can remove this one. Now again we will go to third segment, that is a semicircle. For that semicircle, it will be pi r square by 2. So substitute the value of pi. R is 10 for the semicircle. The total base it is 20. So the radius it will be 10. So pi r square by 2. So now you will get the value of a semicircle, the area of semicircle, that is we will obtain 157. Now similarly, a y distance from the reference line. So from this reference line you need to calculate the y distance. So this will be your y3 value. So from here to here. So first you have to add this one. So plus 30 plus this distance from here to here, it is 4r by 3 pi. Okay. So 4r by 3 pi. Just take 4r by 3 pi. So what is the value of r? Just you substitute, that is 10 divided by 3 pi. 4r by 3 pi. So that we will obtain 4.24. So it will be 34.24. 30 plus 4.34, then it will be 34.24. Then a into y. Make the multiplication of these two, and also a y square. So first make the multiplication of y square into a. So that value we will obtain. So 5375.5, and a y square we will obtain 1,83,063.3. Then the moment of inertia. Now the moment of inertia for a semicircle. So in the horizontal axis, that is 0.11 r power of 4. So 0.11 r power of 4, that is 10 power of 4. So we will obtain 110,100 millimeter power of 4. So these are the value which you will obtain. So first I will repeat once again. For element 1, area, y distance, that is y1, y2, y3, and these are ay1, ay2, ay3, and this is ay square. Okay. So a y square, first you have to make this is y square, then into a, then you will get the fourth column. Then again the moment of inertia for a different segment. So for element 1 it is bd cube by 12, and for triangle element bh cube by 36, and for moment of inertia 0.11 into r power of 4, that is for semicircle. Now after that let us calculate the sum of area. First all these area you just add, and also sum of ay, you just add all these elements, and next ay square, sum of ay square, and this is the sum of moment of inertia along the x-axis. Okay. Moment of inertia in the along the reference line 1, 1. So after that, first let us substitute the value of area. So area we have obtained 907. This you calculate, just I am substituting the direct value, and sum of ay 1,500. Sorry, it is 15,875.5, and ay square 3,34,063.3, and moment of inertia 53,600 we will obtain, right? So after that first what you have to determine the y bar value, centroid for the entire segment composite area, that is y bar. So y bar you can calculate by taking sum of ay divided by sum of area, right? So sum of area, that is 907 divided by sum of ay divided by sum of area. So this is sum of ay divided by sum of area, then you will get the y bar distance. And similarly you need to calculate the moment of inertia. The moment of inertia along the, first we will calculate along the reference line 1, 1, along the reference line 1, 1, that is equal to the moment of inertia for the different segment that is gx, sum of moment of inertia, plus a sum of a y square. This you can calculate, sum of a y square. Okay, so you will get the moment of inertia along the reference line 1 1, and the third one you need to calculate the moment of inertia along the x-axis, that is the moment of inertia along the reference line x-axis. So this is equal to the moment of inertia about the horizontal axis 1 1 minus, okay, so minus the area into y bar, sum of area into y bar square. Is it clear? So whatever the moment of inertia you will get here, that you substitute here, minus this is an sum of area into y bar value. Just now whatever the value you will get y bar, that you substitute whole power of 2. Okay, then you will get the moment of inertia along the x-axis.